Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be going over the May 18th classwork for Monday. The first thing I want you guys to do is to watch these 3 videos. They kind of explain what a proportion is, and then they'll get into the math behind it. So it's really important you watch these first 3 videos and take some detailed notes and then send it back to me. After that, I want you guys to take a look at these problems here. I think I'm just going to work out 2 of them. So I'm going to start with this number 1 over here. Okay, so when we have a proportion, basically we have 2 fractions equal to each other. So the way that they showed in your videos, and I like that way as well, is they kind of draw this X thing. And basically whatever, I'm going to use 2 different colors that will hopefully help you guys see it a little bit better. What I just circled in pink is going to be multiplied together. Now, let's see. Switch to green. Now what I circle in green is going to be multiplied together. So just to start off, we had 6 over 2 equals 4 over p. So what I circled, we kind of make this X symbol. Now what was in pink was 6 times p, so 6p will equal what's over here in green, which is 2 times 4. So I'll write it out this time. And now, once we have it like this, it kind of looks like a more familiar equation that we're more used to dealing with that sort of thing. So, right off the bat, 2 times 4 gives you 8. And now we just have 6p equals 8. So we have 6 times p equals 8. So to get the p by itself, what's the opposite of multiplication? What's the opposite of multiplying by 6? And that'll be dividing by 6. So we just got to divide both sides by 6 to get this p by itself. So this cancels over here. So now we got p equals 8 over 6. So if I want to answer this, equate this problem in a fraction, what I'll do is you'll get this ratio, and then you just want to make sure it's simplified. So 8 divided by 6, does anything go into 8 and 6? And if you think of that, you may see that 2 goes into 8 and 6. So what's 8 divided by 2? That would give you 4. And what's 6 divided by 2? That would give you 3. So 4/3 is your answer. If you put 4 divided by 3 in your calculator, you would get 1.33 repeating. So I just worked out the first one. I think the best thing to do, you guys are going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to do this 13 here and leave you guys to do 14. So 13 and 14 are just kind of like the next step. They look a little bit more complicated. So I want to work out one of those. But the process is going to be mostly the same. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is the same thing. We got 9 over 8 equals k plus 6, all divided by 6. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do that cross multiplication again. So we got 9 times 6 here. And now I'm going to switch to a different color. Then we got 8 times k plus 6 over here. Okay. So let's write it all out. First we had 9 times 6. So 9 times 6 is equal to 8 times k plus 6. Okay. So we just basically have rewritten this thing. Now let's actually do the multiplication. What's 9 times 6? Give you guys a second to do that. You should get 54. equal to. Now for this right side, we have these parentheses here, so we have to make sure that we distribute correctly. So what I always like to do is make sure you multiply by both numbers in the parentheses. You're going to do 8 times k, and then you're also going to do 8 times 6, and those two numbers will be added together. So what's 8 times k? That'll just give you 8k. And then what's 8 times 6? Should get 48. Okay, so now we got 54 equals 8k plus 48. So remember, we're trying to get the k by itself. That's kind of the end goal here. So if we want to get k by itself, we can get rid of this 8 or we can get rid of this 48. I think it's always easier to get rid of the number that you're adding or subtracting. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 48 from both sides. So that's over here. Like that. That didn't. Let me try that again. Okay, minus 48. Okay. So this over here cancels. 48 minus 48 is 0. On this side, 54 minus 48. That just gives you 6. So 6 is equal to 8 times k. Alright. So we're almost done here. We got 8 times k equals 6. If we want to get the k by itself, we got to do the opposite of multiplication. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So if we have 8 times k, we got to do divide by 8. What you do one side, you have to do the other. So I'm going to divide the other side by 8 as well. 8 divided by 8 is 1, so that cancels. And 1 times k is k. So we should get 6 over 8 equals, well, k equals 6 over 8. I'm just going to rearrange it a little bit. So we could be done with this step, but I just want to simplify this fraction. So is there anything that goes into 6 and 8? And we actually had these numbers last time. We just had the reciprocal. So we just got to divide the top and the bottom by the same number. So we can divide both of these by 2. So let's see, divide by 2. And divide by 2. So 6 divided by 2 gives you 3. 8 divided by 2 gives you 4. So in the end, you should get k is equal to 3/4. And if you put that in your calculator, you'll get 0.75.